2 of the Macallan Gold, and can I get 2 of the Highland Park?
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Oh.
To join us on another whisky session where we're drinking,
Don't really knock the whiskey right out my hand.
a Highland Park and a Macallan Gold, while we talk about 2 gold games themselves.
What time is it? It is 11:05.
11 in the morning.
On a Saturday morning. Well, we've talked in depth about specific Yakuza games before.
Yeah.
But this month we're mainly looking at Shenmue and Yakuza.
Yes,
because this month, finally, Shenmue 1 and 2 are available to play on your PlayStation.
On consoles that haven't died.
Xbox.
On consoles that aren't yellow, like my Dreamcast.
My god. And also this month we have the latest Yakuza game.
But it's like the forgotten Yakuza game.
It's the weirdest one.
Yakuza 2 is the one that, like, because it came out so late in the PS2's life and it's so rare,
no one bought it.
Barely anyone's played it. Like, the only copy you've played is my copy.
Yeah.
Right? Yakuza is obviously, a lot of people say it's the Western GTA.
Yeah.
But actually, it's more like a successor to the flame of Shenmue, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Shenmue failed, but Yakuza sort of picked up the torch and really ran with it.
I can see why people come up with the GTA comparison, because you kind of, I wouldn't say semi-open world, because it's open to a degree.
Yeah, but I like to call it a closed open world.
A closed open world, okay.
It's like a small area, but it's like completely open in that area.
I think when you think about the big thing for me that totally separates them is the morality of Grand Theft Auto versus Yakuza. Yakuza's always got this big sense of, like, even though a lot of the characters are criminals, they still know right from wrong.
But that morality, it's like Shenmue, you play the most moral guy there is. Like, the guy comes home to go to his bed every night, so, you know, and he helps kittens.
As fans of the Yakuza series, we've seen it go from complete obscurity to suddenly everyone's talking about it. When a new Yakuza game comes out, it's totally become like a shit, there's a new Yakuza game.
It's nice.
Folk are making memes out of it, that's when you know something's popular. And I think the big difference is, like, people champion, they get behind these characters. When Zero came out, that was the big one. Shenmue never got that.
No.
Shenmue came out on a console that was almost failing from the day it came out. I mean, don't matter, I love the Dreamcast, but it was almost failing from the day it came out. Then it was released on the Xbox, which also wasn't doing particularly well. So every format it's been released on hasn't been the big one. If it had been a PS2 game, who knows how different it would have been. But it wasn't, and that's...
I agree. I think that this is the time for Shenmue, right? Yakuza's sort of blazed the trail, and Shenmue's going to take advantage of it and hopefully get the same level of popularity that Yakuza has.
Kazuma has this amazingly well-rounded character. Like, he is a champion, but he also can do, like, silly things, and then he's like, alright, what have I got myself into this time? There's like kind of comedy to it. I think that's the one thing Shenmue loves.
But Ryo's
so po-faced.
It's
almost funny how po-faced he is, but he's like, so...
Even when he's playing with the kitten and you think he's going to have a good time, it's like, I see, or hey, you like that, or whatever. But the thing is, you can phone Nozomi anytime you want.
You can phone Nozomi anytime,
but you never pick spots like the guy to ask her out. It's always like, how's your gran? Is she alright? You know?
Imagine that was your chat, like, how's your gran?
And then when she asks, so what are you phoning for, Rio? And he's like, nothing. And he puts the phone down.
My dad's dead. For good time. Sorry, I need to go.
What fighting system do you think is better overall between the two of them?
Well, I think it's... So I would say, in terms of depth, Shenmue. Because it's more to do with, like, it's like a fighting game, you have to actually get your inputs right to pull off moves. But Yakuza's way more accessible.
Definitely.
And way more flexible because, like, you're right, while you do have your basic light attack, heavy attack, grab, it's then all the fun you have with that. I mean, because the heat moves are what separates it. It's the heat moves that are just so fun.
Can't imagine
silly.
Ryo picking up a box full of nails and like shoving it in somebody's face.
Pulling a guy's teeth out with pliers.
No. See when you played Shenmue back in the day, because you've played Shenmue 1, you played most of Shenmue 2. Did you ever practice your moves? Like go to the car park and just
I kind of had to though. I think because it wasn't as
over and over again
intuitive overall. Even though in Shenmue 1 there's not a ton of fights in Shenmue 1, is there?
The last disc is full of fights, but the first two, in fact disc 2 has no fights, none.
It kind of teases you for quite a long time. You're learning how to fight, but then there's pretty much no one to then use those moves upon.
Yeah, just Fukusan every morning.
Yeah. Right, is it Rio or Rio? Rio. That's what he's meant to be.
I think he's meant to be 17 going
He's
on
got
18.
hands of like a
I know.
7-year-old coal miner. It's like he takes his hands and
It's all that kung fu.
It's like
all
a
that
big
punch and
claw.
cheese.
Shenmue pretty much has one
Baddie right at the
baddie.
start, yeah.
And that's who you're seeking.
Yeah.
The Yakuza series, like the vast majority of Yakuza games, you either don't meet the baddie until near the end, or the baddie's like some unassuming guy who's
Yeah.
on a cutscene 16 hours ago,
Some
and then
office worker
he rips his
shirt
coat off
and
and
he's got like six-pack.
he's like as big as Arnie. Whereas Luigi Goda is literally the baddie from the minute you hear about him
Yeah.
all the way through the game. Right, minigames. Shenmue was. I think Shenmue was the game that finally was like, right, games within games can be
okay, so
an
Shenmue-
attraction, not just
Shenmue-
a novelty.
Shenmue, you've got arcade classics, right? But then beneath the next tier down is like made up arcade games, which are all just QTE training games.
But you had was you had was it Super Hang On? Super Hang On.
Hang On and Space Harrier on the first one, and
Uh-huh.
then the second one added Outrun and Afterburner, which are like even better. So.
But it's like in the same way that Yakuza does, it rounds out this world. It gives you that idea because arcades are a big part of Japanese life. If you go into like, I mean, I'm a big fan of Game Center CX.
Yeah.
Something I watch quite a lot. And that's like they go to like it feels like every street corner has its own mini arcade where they've got like a couple of machines,
Yeah.
and it gives you that again. It's rounding out, adding the gachapon. It's like it's silly, but again, it's just another one of these things to give you this idea that
something really addictive about it though.
it has ideas that I think have never been quite implemented in another game.
Yeah.
Like
I always feel playing Shenmue, this again sounds so stupid, but I always feel like there's something just beneath the surface of the game and it makes it feel like it's like real. Like
No, I get that, yeah.
no, I feel like even when you're not in the town centre, the folk there are
There's shit
still doing
going
their
on.
own thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And like even like when you go home and phone the Zomi
Yeah.
or whatever, I do a lot of phoning the Zomi.
I see. I keep bringing it up.
I still feel like it feels like it's a really good depiction of being in Tokyo and all that, but
Yeah.
it does also feel like it's just a bunch of random NPCs running about.
Yeah.
And just get loaded in and then that's it.
It's like I was saying earlier, Shenmue feels like a place. Like, and although Kamurocho's based off, is it Kamakicho?
Yeah,
that-
Kabukicho.
That is based on a real place.
Yeah.
But it's got a fantastical element because
Yeah.
there's folk fighting on every street corner,
Yeah.
and people just sit and watch,
Yeah.
go way, and then they just go about their daily lives. Whereas in Shenmue that doesn't happen.
No.
That is it is like visiting a village or a town.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference from so many other games. I think more than anything, the further down you go, you see there's that same core of like, I don't know, good guys being good guys.
Yeah.
But I think everything else about them is so
Bad guys being good guys.
so different. And no doubt there's going to be a ton of articles comparing them
Yeah.
because it's not and it's normal to compare them. But I think as long as we celebrate their differences.
They all
Joe
have,
had two whiskies
of course,
and
they
it's
all
like-
they all have lovely bottles.
Of course they all. That's lovely.
Right.
Right.
Before we go, last thing.
Okay.
Who'd win in a fight? Rio or Kazuma?
It's not even fair, Joe.
Right, listen.
What a big happy
Does Kazuma know
person
jiu-jitsu? Like, Rio has been trained by a master since the day he was born.
But did Rio ever at any point have to punch a tiger in the face?
No.
So I think we have our answer.
Right, okay. There we go.
What a game. What a game.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us on our
Yeah.
latest whisky session. You can listen to the whole thing on the podcast and
On the podcast stream, it'll come up as a separate episode because
Yeah.
we're not putting you all through that.
Yeah. Also, if ever you're in East Ayrshire, come down to the lovely Weston Tavern where we'll serve these lovely whiskies. It's a great place.
Lovely whiskies. Keep it socket.
Keep it soft.
Stephen?
瞳潤ませる君に来週